If you've been looking for homes for sale in Berea, Kentucky, or maybe you've been looking for somewhere with a little bit of extra room and room to grow, I have the home for you. So today we're going to be going inside this absolutely beautiful brick ranch home located right here in Berea that features 3 kind of 4-ish bedrooms, a 2-car attached garage, a detached garage and workshop, a she shed, an outbuilding, and so much more. I cannot wait to show this one to you all. If we haven't met before, my name is Devin Todd Asbell, and I'm a local Berea, Kentucky Realtor with Berkshire Hathaway Home Services Foster Realtors, and I really pride myself on being the Berea, Kentucky expert and knowing everything about every home, so make sure that you stay tuned for more. So we are literally maybe 5 minutes away from I-75, but if you are worried about neighbors, fear no more because this has all the open space. Now I will say that this driveway is shared with the neighbor next door, but there's an easement, so the property, well, the driveway actually belongs to the neighbor, but this home in particular has rights to use the driveway. So if it ever came down to like driveway maintenance, anything like that, you wouldn't have to be worried. The seller's actually still inside. I thought that she was away for the morning, and so I showed up early, and bless her heart, she was at the front door, dazed and confused. So I'm going to try and do the outside of the video today first before we go inside. So if we go this way, like level 100 curb appeal. And so you can see like we've got the little light post over here, and we've got the attached 2-car garage. All brick, and then we've got like the fresh landscaping. I'm going to try and go around the other way just because like the sun is shining kind of awkwardly. So we've got 1-car garage, 2-car garage, and so right through here you can see these. So that's going to be your property line that goes back to the fence right here. And then it's actually not plugged up right at the moment. I might plug it in before the video's over, but there's extension cord that's ran right here. Goes all the way over here to this fountain. And so we've got a nice refinished deck back here, covered so you can sit back here, sip your coffee, do your thing. So stinking peaceful out here. But whenever you turn the fountain on, so it's going to come out and shoot the water out up here, it's so pretty and peaceful. And so you can see up here, whenever we go inside and over the garage, there's actually like a bedroom flex space up there, and it does have a skylight, so that's where that's coming out of. So we've got the detached work building. So let's actually go back this way and look. If you hear me clip-clopping, it's because I've got my sandals on and it's wet outside, and so I'm trying to get them to like stick to my feet before falling off and tripping and killing myself. So we've got a little gazebo back here. I mean, it does need a little bit of fresh paint, but I mean, that's nothing very minimal. We've got the trees lining the back. Yep, there I go, clip-clopping. And so we have the absolute cutest little she shed. I cannot wait to show this one to y'all. So once we open her up, so we do need a little outlet cover, but I mean, that's nothing. Because it's not the coolest. Like, I know my kids would personally love this, but like if you had someone coming in from out of town wanting to stay, if you had like kids having sleepovers, this would be the spot. And you can see that there's electric. We've got the air conditioner unit right there. Windows everywhere. So stinking cute. Like, it's even got the little shutters to go with it. I love this. There's a good back view of it. Let me go over this way. Now, the shed over here is nothing more, nothing less than a shed. But if we make our way this way, I can already guarantee you that I'm going to be barefoot by the end of this because my shoes are fighting for their life to stay on right now. And so again, we are over here on Cartersville Road, which is just off of Paint Lake Road. I mean, on a bad day, it may take 7 minutes to get to the interstate, but I mean, it took me 5 minutes to get off of exit 76 and I-75 and get here. So we're going to continue on around, hoping that she's ready, and then once she is, we're going to grab the key and get inside the building right here. But We'll go around the side for now. And because the sun was being really wonky and affecting the lighting of everything, that's why I've came around this way. If it were me, I think that it would be really cool to like start over here somewhere, go around the trees and have a wrap away driveway. But that's just a personal preference. Is this place not beautiful? Like, even like all of the landscaping. I really think that something honestly just stung my toe. Oh my God. It's fine. We're going to do it anyways. Little sitting area. You can see that I took my shoe off because something has stung the fire out of me. But sit back, watch the traffic go by in the morning. I love it. I love it. All right, let's go inside. All righty. Let's get her opened up. Get my shoes off here. So first off, we come in, we have loads and loads of natural light, which I believe everybody knows that I'm such a huge fan of anymore. We've got the open living room. Love this little feature right here. And so like if you look up, you can see like the trade ceilings. So gorgeous. And then we do have carpet in here, but it is ridiculously clean. Like they should be so proud of themselves. And so you can see once we go out this way, this opens up to our back deck, which we've already seen the vast majority of everything out here. Like the waterfall going, so peaceful. I could spend every morning, every evening out here. Get this shut after I break it. And so, of course, we have our open living room and we've got our like kind of open kitchen, open dining concept. This over here is actually built in. You could have like so many cute little like knickknacks stored in there. And we go over here. So we've got like the island bar seating. And then we've got like the really good grade cabinets, not like the cheap stuff that they make anymore. So open those up. Like even the backsplash is like the really good stuff. We've got a whirlpool, microwave, good and clean. There we go. So we've got like a little double oven going on. And then over here in our cabinets, we've got the Lazy Susan. I'm always scared that I'm gonna break something. Something really like neat and unique about this place is this edge that kind of like goes out off of the kitchen. So you can't really tell it from the listing photos, but there is this little ledge here, which would be like perfect for plants or whatever like knickknacks that people are into now. But we go over this way and we've got the GE stainless steel fridge. So it's got the ice dispenser, the water dispenser. We've got pull-out freezer. And then over here, we've got the dishwasher. This is a Whirlpool, but stainless steel. There we go. So everything is like super neat, super clean. And you can see like up here, we've got lights underneath of the cabinets. How cool is that? And so that runs all the way around over here. We get like up underneath of here. So we've got one there. So that way, if like you're trying to keep everything like good, not quiet, dark at night, except for like the kitchen area, that would be absolutely perfect. Before we go out to the garage, let's actually go through the rest of the home and then we'll make our way up to like the possible 4th bedroom loft area. So again, tons and tons of natural light. We've got the hardwood right here. So with this house, in the original plan, this was supposed to be a bedroom, but it was actually used as like a little sitting area, den-ish area, which would be perfect for somebody to make into an office. But whenever I met with the sellers of this home, I was like, hey, you know, unless there is like doors on here, we can't call this a bedroom per, you know, what the appraisers go by. So we did have the double doors just put on. This one shuts, locks up at the top. So this one would be like your main functioning door. We've got the gas fireplace, which is ran off of a gas line. If you're looking at the property all the way on the right side, to the right side of the white building outside, that is where your gas line is going to be. So if you needed to do like any digging or anything like that, like backyard should be covered, but you would have to call whatever number it is to like dig on the right side of the home. But so we've got our hallway. I really appreciate like the width of this hallway because the majority of the time it's going to run like right down through here. So that honestly gives you like an extra foot or two of hallway room. So if you're like me and have kids running through the house nonstop, there's actually room for them to run around. We've got our thermostat. Just a little closet, some linen storage. And then up here right above us, so that's going to be your attic access panel. So you pull that down, you can go up there, store some things, whatever you need. And then this is going to be our primary bedroom. Love these ceilings like always. And I actually love this furniture. But over here, so you can see, we can see all out into the backyard, see everything going on. And then right off of that, so we've got our primary bedroom walk-in closet, tons of space in there. And then off of that, we are going to go into our primary bathroom. So we do have the stand-up shower, but we also have the tub as well. We go around the corner here, so get it going down. So there we've got our toilet, and there we've got our vanity area, plenty of lighting. Like, let's get those on. There we go. So plenty of lighting. And then we go out this way. And around the corner here. So this is where we've got our washer and dryer and our water heater. So this one actually is a gas water heater. I wish that I had a gas water heater again, because if you're like me and you like scalding hot showers, it's the way to go. Just trust me. If you know, you know. So across the hallway, we have our third bedroom. And I want to say this is probably like a full-size bed. Yeah, I would say that that's a full size. So you could put a queen in here. If it were me and I wanted a bigger bed to like maximize my living space, but I didn't want this closet door right here, I might would put like bifolds or maybe even like a curtain rod with some curtains, or you could maybe even do like the sliding barn door, but plenty of room in here. And this is your view of the front yard. You can barely see my little sign sitting up there by the road. But carpet is good and clean in here. Ooh. So pretty nice, neat, deep closet we got here. And then off of that, we're gonna go into our guest bathroom. So before we get in there, we've got one more teeny tiny little storage cabinet here. So it'd be like, I don't know, brooms, vacuums, maybe things like that. And then, whew, that's bright. So we've got this, we've got our little vanity, turn the fan on. We've got, again, more natural light in here. Just your standard shower and tub, nothing fancy. So you can see like out to the side building through that way. We've got our toilet right here. I'm still trying to figure my new gimbal out, so y'all bear with me. But then, so that is really it for the inside. So now we will make our way back across the house into the garage. I'm telling you, I don't know what it is, but I absolutely love this right here. I just think that is the cutest little like finishing touch. Now, just like any other listing, I usually, unless it's something to write home to mom about, I don't post pictures of the garage, just because when people are in the process of moving out, like that's where they're storing majority of their personal belongings. But you can see, you know, we've got plenty of room in here. We've got the tall ceilings if you wanted to add like a rack system. So, but we continue over this way, and so these stairs are going to lead up into what could be a fourth bedroom. Now, there is no permanent heating and air source up here, so it technically could not be appraised as a fourth living space, but I really feel like it wouldn't be much of anything to get it converted into one. So if we open this door right here, there we go. So we've got just some attic space up here if you needed extra storage with like the little motion lights. Whoop. And then we open this one. Perfect. So we've got like a little nook back here. This is just going to be attic space, but we turn around. Is this not the coolest little spot? So we've got like a little ceiling fan up here. You can actually get on Amazon now, from what I've heard, and you can get like plug-in baseboard heaters, like if you did want this to be considered like true living space. But we've got like a little skylight. Nothing really going on here. It's just like they didn't want to leave it open and ugly, so they had this like peel and stick trim around it, I guess. But super cool view of the trees up there. So they had like a little curtain rod right there, but you can just crank it open. Good deal. Now we're gonna make our way out and finish up. If I don't fall down the stairs to my imminent death. And then we've got our electrical panel. Everything like always. I love when it's good and labeled. You can tell what's actually going on. I had an incoming call coming in, so we got cut off. But that is the end of this tour today, everybody. Like I said, if you are searching for homes around Berea, Kentucky for sale within Madison County, if you're looking again for a kind of a 4-bedroom, 2-bathroom brick ranch home with plenty of space to run around, plenty of space to grow, this one is it. Like always, you all can find my contact information everywhere. Just reach out at 859-200-6513. And I try and do these Madison County home tours every so often, just so you all can kind of get like an idea of the inventory that we have and kind of like an idea of what it's like to live here in Berea, Kentucky. But again, my name is Devin Todd Asbill, and I will see y'all on the next one.